Dear Tori, I want to say that I'm surprised to hear that Potsdam would embarrass you so terribly in front of the entire student body, but it is, unfortunately, not a surprise. As angry and offended as I am on your behalf, I do appreciate your maturity and your willingness to just let this go. Sometimes it's difficult for me to admit that your maturity surpasses mine, but I think it goes without saying that I am extremely proud of you, Tori. In regards to your message regarding Professor Coleman, I see no reason why I need to step in and assist when you can simply catch up on what you've missed from your classmates or other professors. I do not wish to be helpful. I do not want to give that school any more time and attention than I have already provided. That being said, your happiness is of the utmost importance to me, Tori. If you insist that I aid Professor Coleman in this matter, then I will, of course, oblige. I suspect that he has already gathered as much, and I don't want word to spread that you are simply a bargaining chip that others can use to make me more amenable to their requests. You are worth too much, Tori, and I hate to think of you being taken advantage of in this way. I hope this is the first and last time you will make such a request of me. As much as I hate to do it, I will see it done. Yours, H. I know that Hieronymous had purposely left the school without giving them the information they needed as a way to punish Potsdam, but it wasn't fair that Jason had to pay for it. I still hadn't forgotten that Jason had volunteered his life to save mine when Miss Darden invoked this solemn bond, and I suspect that was one of the reasons that Hieronymous agreed to go through with it. After Potsdam gave her permission, I began my private lessons with Jason every day after class. There was a lot to catch up on, but, fortunately, Jason was a master of elemental magic, and the personalized attention that I got from him at least made me feel like I was catching up to my classmates. I'm sitting in my room, trying to move water back and forth from cup to cup without spilling any drops, when Becky and Virginia walk back in that night. "Hey there, Tori," Virginia says brightly. "What you doing?" "Trying to manipulate water," I tell her. "I'm really good at earth magic, and I have no problem making grass grow and flowers bloom, but I'm having trouble manipulating water, and Jason told me that he won't teach me how to spin fire until I get this down." "Oh, I actually know a really good way to practice that," Virginia says. "Do you still have your bathing suit?" "Yeah," I say slowly. "But the school doesn't have a pool." "No, but the showers will have to do," Virginia replies as she turns to Becky. "You don't have a bathing suit, do you?" "Bathing suit?" Becky asks tentatively. "I'm not sure I know what one of those is, miss." "That's okay," Virginia replies without missing a beat. "Just strip down to your underwear and let's go." Everyone turns around as they begin to get dressed, or rather, undressed, and I get into my bathing suit, tying my hair back behind me to keep it out of my face. As I tie my hair back in the mirror, I can't help but catch a glimpse of Becky's stomach and turn around to stare at her. Becky?" I ask slowly. She stands there in front of us, her arms crossed over her chest as she tries to hide the fact that she's only wearing her underwear in front of us. This is what you asked me to do, miss?" Learning about water magic was suddenly the furthest thing from my mind. "Becky, what happened to the marks on your stomach?" "What?" Becky asks as she glances down at herself. "Oh, that. I believe that she healed them, miss." That was definitely possible, but why had she not healed them when she was a baby? Something definitely felt off about this, but I couldn't tell what it was. Wasn't it more than possible that Becky had flat out lied about being Potsdam's daughter by making the marks on her stomach herself? But how had she overheard that conversation? The only person I told was Mariette. "Tori!" Virginia snaps her fingers in front of my face. "Stop being weird. Come on, let's go practice magic." "Sorry, I am being weird," I tell Becky. "She's right, let's go." We head into the bathroom and turn on the shower. Virginia heads into the neighboring stall, and we take turns trying to direct the water upwards over the shower wall to splash each other. It's difficult work at first, but turning it into a game definitely helped me. When I get back that night, I want to ask Hieronymous about Becky, but I know that I shouldn't, and so I don't. If I told him that I had suspicions that Becky wasn't really Potsdam's daughter, he would only get frustrated with me for trying to stir up drama. The safest thing I could do for myself was just leave the matter alone. However Becky got here, she was here now, and digging into things might only create a dangerous situation for everyone involved. No, I was going to show him and everyone around me that I had learned something and keep my nose in my own business. All I had to do was keep my nose to the ground and study, and then, in a few short months, Hieronymous and I would be chilling on a yacht on the French Riviera, eating fresh seafood and sipping limoncello. Dear Hieronymous, I hope you're proud of me today. Something came up that could have caused drama if I looked into it, but I decided to let it go because I am much more interested in protecting my relationship with you than sticking my nose where it doesn't belong and watching it get bitten off. I just wanted to show you that I have learned something. I really wish that we were together right now. I want to be on a giant boat with you, just relaxing on a yacht in the middle of the ocean with nothing around to bother us for miles and miles. Just you and me and the sea and peace and quiet. I feel like we need peace and quiet. Talking to Jason, I realized that my life hasn't stopped being drama since I discovered my magic. Not all of it's my fault, but sometimes I just feel like I'm worried that life will always be this way, just one torment after another. Maybe that's what life is like, and maybe I'm too young to really say for sure, but things always seem quiet when we're together. Or maybe when we're together, the big stuff doesn't seem all that big because I know you're there to help me through it. I feel like I could go on, but it's getting late, and I should probably try to stop having sentimental thoughts because then I'll never get to sleep. Last night, I had trouble sleeping, and I rolled over to ask Ellen to help me with a sleep spell, since those were her specialty, and it only made me feel worse. Not sad, not upset, just sort of empty and hollow, like there's a part of my life that should be there that isn't. It's like if my desk chair were to suddenly disappear. I could still work at my desk, but it'd be difficult because I couldn't sit down and I'm just left wondering what happened to it. And I still have to work at my desk, but every time I see the desk, I'm just like, whatever did happen to that chair? I should just stop writing now before this turns into a diary page, and I know you're busy and you probably don't have a lot of time to read this, so I'm just going to go listen to your heartbeat and use a sleep spell to keep my fingers crossed that I don't oversleep and miss class tomorrow morning. On second thought, I should probably leave a note to remind Virginia to wake me up, just in case. Yours always, Tori.